I want to talk about something right quick that might help you this coming turkey season, and we all make this mistake. I've made this mistake many times, and but this might be something that you just might want to put right back in the back of your head, and that's eliminating hang-ups. Now, we've talked about hang-ups in the past, about how that, you know, gobblers, they have some kind of barrier, or they have some kind of structure, maybe they have something that they just don't want to come any closer to your calling, and they just put the brakes on, they go the other way. That's a hang-up, okay? Now, behind me, we got a creek. It's a pretty wide creek, but that can be a hang-up. We all know that. Those that's turkey hunted any amount of time know that turkeys don't like to cross creeks, but with that said, they will cross the creek. Don't let anybody tell you that turkeys will not cross the creek. They will. I've seen them fly across the creek. I've seen them fly across a river a lot wider than this one. So if they're hot enough and they're all fired up and they're wanting to get with you, you know what? They'll come across that creek. I've seen them wade across the creek to get to a call. But you know, a lot of times they'll stay on that side and they'll just walk back and forth until they kind of just walk right out of your life. So, but that can be a hang-up, all right? There's a lot of things, not just creeks, that can be a hang-up. So what we want to do is, once we got that turkey located, I don't like to set way far back. If the terrain will let me, and it's not open fields and, you know, real open woods where I can slip. That's the reason I'm not a huge field hunter, or I don't really, you know, I mean, I will hunt a turkey if it's on a field. I mean, I'd rather have one in the field than not have none at all in timber. I mean, I'm not saying that I won't hunt a field, but the reason I like timber hunting so much is because it allows me to get closer to the turkey to set up on him, so I can eliminate the hang-up, all right? So, of course, any property I'm hunting, hopefully I've already got this figured out. Where's the creeks? Where's the fences? Where's that? Where's this? And I want to eliminate that, because a lot of people, they get that turkey, you know, gobbling, and they'll get like 100 yards from him or 150 yards from him, and they'll sit down and try to start calling him, okay? And you always remember, you're really hurting yourself, because the farther you set back and try to call that turkey, the more chances of a hang-up that he has in front of him, or maybe a hen getting between you and him. Now, it's going to happen eventually, all right? It's just that there's some things we can't help. But what I like to do is I like to slip and stop calling to that turkey, and you know, once you get him located, don't call to him as much, because you don't want him thinking you're coming to him, because that's what nature does, right? The hens, you know, talking to him and going to him, so he's just going to sit there and he's just going to strut and he's just going to wait for you. So once I get him gobbling, I'll use a crow call if I want to check, see where he's at, or I'll try to use a locator call just to keep him gobbling, so I'll know exactly where. I will not hen call to him, because I want to get as close as I can, and I want to get as close as possible to eliminate the hang-ups. Now if he's across the creek and I know he's a little bit further, let's say if I get one gobbling, he's, you know, on back a little bit, maybe 100 yards past this creek, I'm not going to sit on this side of the creek and try to kill him, okay? I'm going to get across the creek. If even I have to wade, I'm going to get across the creek, and I'm going to get on that side with him and eliminate that hang-up. Or a fence, if the property line allows you, jump across that fence, all right? Jump across that. Eliminate stuff that's going to cause that turkey to put the brakes on. Maybe even, I've seen big old, you know, like dirt mounds, like 2 or 3 big dirt mounds together. I've seen that, you know, hang up a turkey and him be right on the other side, but he would not come around it for some reason. I've seen that happen. So any kind of barrier, you want to get on the other side of it and get on the side where he's at. But a lot of people will not do that. Sometimes, you know, most people, they'll want to sit way back here, thinking that, well, the closer I get to him, the more I'm going to, you know, the more chances I'm going to spook him. Not if you use the train right. Not if you slip. And when you walk, you know, make sure you're not doing this. You know, make sure you're not, you know, step lightly. You know, don't be running through the woods. And once you're going to that, he ain't going nowhere. I promise you, if that turkey's out there gobbling, he ain't going anywhere. You got plenty of time to get on him. So I think the reason a lot of people bump turkeys and turkeys see them, coming, is because they make too much noise and they're walking way too fast and they're making too much movement. But if you'll just take your time and slip real soft, you know, kind of get down if you have to, like this. If the terrain's kind of flattening out, maybe get down, maybe even crawl if you have to, the last 15, 20 yards or 30. I mean, I have crawled as much as 50 yards on my knees, 50 yards just to get to a certain spot to eliminate a hang up, and it worked. So these are just little things you got to remember: is pay attention to your surrounding. Don't sit way back here trying to call to a turkey. Get as close as you can and eliminate the hang-ups, and that will help you this coming turkey season be a lot more better prepared for that turkey to come on in. And there ain't nothing better than that, right? So eliminate them hang-ups, and I believe that'll help you. Hey, if you haven't joined my Facebook yet, go over and join it. Click on that link in the description. Like and subscribe to this channel. I appreciate all your support. Let me know what you're thinking of this year's videos. God bless you, and we're going to do some more scouting. Turkey season's about here.